There's a word people throw around, and it's called fair. Not being scared or intimidated, but fair as an equal. This word is kind of like the word luck. Some believe it exists, and a lot of times you'll notice it doesn't. Fair is the most deserving and most talented seeing their dreams come true and achieving the highest levels of greatness. But I'm sure many of you know that's just not life. If the best people, the most solid and most gifted were selected into the highest leagues, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. The biggest gem I could ever leave you is to take advantage of when it's your time. You literally only have one shot at your time. When it's over, you're left fighting an uphill battle trying to stay alive in the craft you spent your entire life building. Don't lose focus or put yourself in a bad situation for a second. You don't get those back. Seconds, that is. 1, 2. Today's feature is one of my favorite guys. Not just basketball, but just seems to be a solid dude, a hard worker, and a genuine person to those close to him. But he was a victim of all the things I mentioned before. Had these things not happened to KIWI Gardner, born April 7, 1993, he could have had a legit shot at making the league. Here's 3 reasons he didn't. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Get it, man. Stunt number 1, the waiting game. Kiwi grew to fall in love with the game because of the love his younger brother had for it. It didn't take him long to carve out his own lane where he became a household name right around the time the clout machine that is YouTube was blowing itself and basketball players up with its hype. Kiwi was everywhere on the basketball highlight circuit, and for a kid straight out of Oakland, California, the love was well appreciated. As a sophomore in high school, he averaged 19.8 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals a game. He was a little guy, but that never stopped him from doing some amazing things, as he just had a knack for getting to his spot and putting the ball in the hole. He was also a great ball handler, fast, could pass it, and a great leader. His shot needed a little work, but not to the point it would hurt him overall. By his junior season, Kiwi was well known, a cult-like following online, and they all were rooting and waiting to see him on the big stage. He averaged 24 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals as a junior, but decided to transfer in his senior year, mid-year, to a prep school, which put him in grave danger with the NCAA because of their transfer rules. He continued to play out the season and led his team to a 30-2 record and a state title, but things got tricky from there. Kiwi would decide to commit to the Providence Friars, where he'd eventually sign and attend, but the NCAA decided that because of his mysterious transfer mid-senior season, he was ineligible and had him waiting on an appeal for an entire year. It still puzzles me to this day how a system can change a player's entire future because of some technicalities. In Kiwi's case, that ineligibility really affected every one of his moves moving forward and was the biggest stunt of his career. Everyone waited to see him play in college, and that opportunity could have definitely catapulted him into the NBA, just as it did for another diminutive point guard, Isaiah Thomas. But Kiwi didn't get the chance. Before the next season, his coach would inform him that he was being recruited over, basically that they were looking for other guards to fill his spot, and Kiwi transferred, leading to another stunt in his already diminutive growth. Stunt number 2, the road less traveled. Having ineligible on your resume, then transferring, puts a huge black eye on your chances of making the league. A real shot to the face. Some are able to turn it around, and others fight an unwinnable battle. Kiwi, especially at his size and skill level, mixed with the uncertainty of not seeing him on the court for an entire year, definitely had a steep mountain to climb. Make matters worse, he transferred to a JUCO, not another Division I school, a junior college with no exposure and feel of the motion. But it was his only choice because of the NCAA's decision, so Midland Junior College it was. He got there and immediately didn't see eye to eye with his coach. Only averaged 9 points a game, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in just 9 games, and decided it was time for him to turn pro. Another move I didn't agree with because he still had 2 more years on him where he could have made one of them a solid one. Entering the NBA draft and going undrafted was a no-brainer. We knew this would happen, but I understand why he did it. Because to be able to go the D-League route, you have to have entered at least once, but I think he should have waited some more, patched things up with the coach, and gained eligibility to transfer to a D1 school and play at least one solid year where he averaged 20 to 25 points a game. He didn't and put himself deeper in a hole. Stunt number 3, one plate, eat all you can. Like I said earlier, you don't get seconds much in this game. The game is moving too fast, now more than ever. Maybe if you're big for your position, shoot the lights out, or destined, you don't get that second chance. Most times, you're left fighting for minor league positions where you get a taste, but never the real thing. KIWI went undrafted in 2013, eventually made the D-League for the Santa Cruz Warriors and never called up. He also played overseas in leagues where he averaged more than 25 points a game, but it was already a wrap by then. The way the game is moving, now at 26, it's hard to imagine him with a shot of making an NBA roster. I, for one, am rooting that he does. I always want to see the ones with the biggest heart make it, and KIWI definitely has one of those. But for now, these are the reasons he's not in the NBA. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'm out.